Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. Today, we're going to talk about good English. And what I mean by good English is that some people like to look back to some kind of golden time when we all spoke perfectly. My personal feeling is that if there was a time that we all spoke perfectly, it certainly wasn't in my lifetime. And even if there was such a time, I guess it would have been only rich people who had that privilege. I want to tell you about the Queen's English Society. Now, this is a group of people who are very concerned about the decline in the English language. As I already told you in previous podcasts, in the English world, we don't have a university or an organization which has authority to change English. In some countries like Spain or the Netherlands, they have people who study linguistics, watch for trends, and then are allowed to put words into the language via the school system. We don't have such a thing. We do have linguistics, of course, and people who are linguists, and big departments at Oxford and Cambridge, as well as other universities, but they monitor the change of English. They don't make the change in English. English goes far beyond Britain, remember. It goes way into other countries. And therefore, even if we did make changes, it wouldn't have a lot of effect on anything. I'm telling you all of this because I want to tell you about the Queen's English Society. According to their website, they are a membership organization that exists to promote good English and the enjoyment of English. Now that the Queen's gone, I'm not sure if they're going to change it to King's English. Already comments are being made and people are talking about Charles and his received pronunciation. But on this website, which, by the way, you can find easily online by Googling Queen's English Society, it says the stated objects of the society are to promote the maintenance, knowledge, understanding, development, and appreciation of the English language as used both in speech and in writing. To educate the public in its correct and elegant usage, and to discourage the intrusion of anything detrimental to clarity. It sounds a little bit rough, doesn't it? I'm not really sure that I like the idea of this society because it seems like it's looking down upon us morally. I mean, yes, we don't all speak good these days, but do we need a judgment on that? I'm not sure. It says here, the society welcomes people from anywhere in the world with an interest in excellence in the use of English. Yeah, I can go along with that. Although there are variations in vocabulary, particularly in the use of particular nouns in different locations, clarity in the use of grammatical construction is an important aspiration of all who want to communicate clearly with one another. The Society strongly advocates the formal teaching of English in schools and the need for all teachers of all subjects to correct students' English. It's a little bit imposing, isn't it? The Society lobbies politicians and makes representations to the media about standards of English usage. The Society's commitment to good standards does not preclude the acceptance of English as an evolving language, but some changes are better than others. There are regular branch and society meetings, often with a guest speaker. The Society awards an annual prize for excellent English, and members receive the Society's journal Quest, which is published quarterly. And then they have a quotation from a very old person from the 18th century, so we'll just go past that. And that's basically it. That's the introduction. I don't know about that. It's just, it sounds very Victorian somehow. It sounds a little bit eerie and creepy, doesn't it? These people looking down upon us with their perfect English. I think it's just the way it's written. Anything referring to the royal family tends to be a little bit moral and upright and morally judgmental. But if you are interested in watching our language change, then it might be good for you to have a look at this website, queens-english-society.org. Well, they may have very good English, but they certainly don't have a very good domain name, it seems. So yes, and if you go there, you can see lots of news about them, about what they do to promote English. Now, I have to say, I've never heard of them. So I don't know exactly how active they are, but it looks like a very nice society. I mean, at least somebody's doing something to protect and promote our English. I'm very happy about that. In their menu, they have a home section, about, and then they have a page for events, history, reference, and then on the menu they have something called amusement. Oh, really? It sounds like a 19th century journal, doesn't it? Let's try this. Amusement. I'm just clicking on one of them. As the world has recurring petrol shortages, this poem comes into and goes out of contemporary relevance. Wouldn't have thought there'd be much funny about that. Or anything funny about that, I should say. Well, you can go to the website and have a look, but it doesn't look very amusing to me, that's for sure. Oh, here's another one under the section amusement. It's another poem, but it's got a picture of a man whose mouth has been replaced with a zip. Oh no. No, these people obviously have too much time on their hands, I think. But anyway, you can go to their website and have a little look around. So that's the Queen's English Society. I didn't even know there was such a thing. All right then, well that's it from me for today. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Goodbye.